other parts, I'm going to actually go to here. No, not there. I don't think we're going to have time to write a program, so I'm not going to write a program. I'm just going to show you a few programs, and I'm going to go through the lines of code. More or less. It's kind of boring, but I'll show you on Fire because it's a pretty simple program, and you'll see kind of what we're doing there of Fire. And, oh, Fire. You'll see what we're doing. Start. Since the 68K is fucking elite, you have the user stack pointer as an interrupt vector. It's not an interrupt, but it loads it up straight away, and you don't have to set up the stack pointer if you don't leave supervisor mode. And we don't leave supervisor mode in the 68K in the Sega Genesis because there's nothing really to secure. You're not going to run Linux anytime soon on it. There's no memory management unit or anything like that. We have the auto vectors here. External interrupt, horizontal and vertical. Incgen bin, this is a special binary. I have tools that on the CD2 to generate that binary. It just has information for the actual ROM that boots. It reads that information, and a lot of emulators too. Think of it like as an INS header if you write Nintendo stuff. Security shit, jump main. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. This just sets up the auto vectors so you can call them. And these are the interrupts. Push stuff on stack. Jump to vertical hook, which is a pointer to a function. Vertical hook, horizontal hook, and external hook. So let's go to main. Main's real simple. Header for the library, horizontal scroll buffer, because you have a limited number of writes you can do to VRAM while the thing is drawing on the screen. You have more writes while the thing is on a vertical blank. But you can do DMA, and it's real quick. So that's the quickest way to do it, and you can take advantage of being able to write to more VRAM that way. So we have HScroll in RAM, pretty much, as told by the compiler. And if you want to come to me, I'll tell you how to set up the compiler and everything like that. Like chips, just make sure everything is 0. No routine, that's a function that does nothing. Gen on Fire, that draws a Genesis on Fire. It's actually part of a demo. I'm not going to do the demo because I don't feel satisfied with it. So let's go to, no, that's cool because I'll tell you about it later. So this is Gen on Fire. Set shit up, set the modes, set up where the scroll bases are, C0, that sort of stuff, blah. Write to VRAM, this is a little function, writes run length encode to this address from here, and the size is this. No routine, we have a vertical interrupt, fill HScroll buffer with a 0. This is a macro that's in main.h, screen on. That sets up a number of registers to turn on the screen. And I won't get into the rest, I'll just run it. But that's how you'd set it up. If you turn the screen on at that point, you would see whatever was you drew on the editor. So I don't have time to get into it. Make clean make. Run gen rom.bin. Now I don't know if this will dump me into kind of a weird mode or anything like that. That's the Genesis on Fire. It's waving the HScroll buffer with a sign table. And no, not yet. I was just wondering. It rotates the sign buffer with the sign buffer, the HScroll. This is plane A. This is plane B. This is plane B high. Gets drawn over everything. So you can have that wave. You don't wave that. I'll show you another example here. And actually, that loads up another emulator because I have a script just to run like 3 emulators. I make sure things run right. So this one is a little bit more complex. I don't know if you've ever seen 3D on the Nintendo. I know there's Virtual Racer, but that used a separate chip in the cartridge to draw polygons. So this is just using software that kind of jiggles and that rotates. And this is sprites the scroll B, scroll A, and no, scroll A and then scroll B behind jittering. And the source code for these are going to be in the little CD. If you come to me at 9, because I don't have it burned yet, but if you come to me at 9, I'll show you. This is kind of like a little mini game. So you can jump over that. You can jump over the keyboard. Oh, God. Commander Keen has to jump on those. And Commander Keen turns out to be a dick. You could just set him there, and he'll jump forever and score points forever. So scroll B is in the background. I have kind of a parallax thing because we can control it line by line. That goes slower, that goes faster, that goes faster, and holy shit, that goes a lot more faster than everything else. So, oh, he jumped into the air. That's a bug. You can't jump while you're jumping. So it was part of a demo. Like it was very specific. It was going to actually be played out by the demo program. So you wouldn't play it. So it's not full collision detection or anything like that. So I'll show you the data for one of those at least. I'll show you the VAX. And I'll put the source code for the not working demo too. You have a lot of art examples and stuff like that. So that's the VAX. You can see it all here. These aren't the map. That's just on there. I have a separate map. So that's just so I know where the sprites are and it gets drawn right. So you can scroll each plane individually if you want. There's plane A. And the score doesn't get scrolled. It just stays there. And you get the idea. I know it wasn't really complete, but see how much time I have left here. But now we get into audio, and come up to me because if you have questions, I'll let you know. And we should get people running and making programs. And I want to add one thing though before Louis begins to speak about the audio subsystem. If anyone wants to write a demo, and anyone wants to work on art and work on sound, come to me, preferably before the demo party is over. We'll come up with a demo group name and we'll write a demo. I'll do code for next year. That way I afford the opportunity to build the tools better and stuff like that for your use. So, my friend Louis, in a minute. Thank you.
Hello. Hi. My name is Luis Gonzalez, and I'll be talking about a little bit about how the Genesis audio works. Plug in the audio source. Let's start that right. Okay, a little background of myself. I'm a third-year student at NYU. I have no electronics experience before starting this project. I couldn't tell you the negative side to a capacitor. I started this project about 5 months ago. So these are my adventures of creating and learning about how the Genesis, this little device, how it produces audio more at the hardware level. And I got interested in video game music. What video game music are these little files. I'll start a playlist so you can hear what they sound like. Video game music can represent many things. It could be NSF files, which what you're hearing right now is a Nintendo NSF file, small 19K file. They're the soundtrack. Some of them contain like the ROM information from the game. Others contain a log file of all the registers sent to the sound chip. There are multiple different formats. The one I was interested in is the VGM